everybody. My name is Tania. And I'm from India. Oh my, this really means a lot for a 21-year-old me to be given an honor to represent my nation, India, before an overwhelming crowd of over 2,000 people. It really feels awesome. Thank you. Now, I'd like to share with you the 10 mantras or principles I've always followed to be where I am today. The very first being, believe that there is a core you, which is the true you. Which is true, isn't it? There might be many features or aspects defining your personality to the people who know you, but I'm not talking about the superficial factors that portray you as somebody before the world. What I want you to believe is the you that is within yourself, the you that has unique values, beliefs, and principles which forms the real you. It's often seen that feelings, situations, fears, inhibitions, people, and environment around you tend to bury you within themselves, and even you start believing that that's how you are. But you need to spend some time over yourself to explore the actual you and bring it out to live life in the right and the effective way. And then that process of change in yourself into being a stronger version of yourself forms my second principle, that is, that change is the only constant. Remember, if you get rigid and do not wish to change or move yourself from your own most familiar personality or from your comfort zone that you've lived in all the while, you will stay there forever. Hence, if you want to give a flight to the wings you already possess, give yourself a chance to change. Give yourself a chance to change your thinking, your approaches, and your ways. Realize that you're never too old, never too late, never too young, or never too experienced to increase your willpower and accept the changes in your life for a better tomorrow. Alright? Now, my third principle is to be fearless. Remember, we humans have the mighty ability to do anything, and this applies even to the situations wherein we need to combat the fears that cringe us at times when we think about or decide to take a new step forward. Do not ever let that surpass your self confidence or your thoughts while you are on your spree to make choices for yourself. Okay? Now, my fourth mantra or principle is to have a dream. Remember, we've got just one life, just one, and hence you need to have a dream and you need to set goals for yourself and work towards them to give or add meaning to your life. See, if you can't dream about something, you just can't do that. Hence, have a dream and ensure that you try your every best to make it a reality and fight for it if need be. Because I believe that when we reach the moment of closing our eyes forever, bidding goodbye to this life, we should do it with memories and not unfulfilled dreams. Right? So just work towards them and try utilizing every opportunity that comes your way to fulfill your dream. And that forms the fifth principle of my life, which is opportunities. In the orchids of opportunities, you need to make sure that you pluck the fruit even before it falls. And if by any chance it does not, do not be too late in planting a new tree for yourself and squeeze its fruit to the fullest by giving it your 100% hard work, dedication, genuine interest, and ethical thoughts. This might sound a bit ambitious, but let me tell you, there is nothing wrong in being ambitious for yourself. Hence, just go ahead. Okay? And while I say this, I want you all to understand the reality of life that not all of us are fortunate enough to get the right opportunities or chances in life when we expect them or sometimes even when we need them the most. And it is times like this that can make one depressed. But I request you to not let that happen to you for any reason. Never let depression take a toll on you, and that forms my sixth principle because it not just flattens your success curve for now, but even for later. Hence, no matter what, just be more vigilant about your mental health, and in case a plan A doesn't work for you, be always ready with a plan B, C, D, or Z and work on them. Keep in mind, no opportunity, no success, and no plan is complete without you. Hence, you need to be in your best self to let that happen. Okay? So, Just keep that in mind. Now, with them in mind, I'd share my seventh principle, which is to be smart at recognizing the choices, the paths, the opportunities, the mentors, and the nature of all of them prior to actually taking them up. Do not let your self esteem or your values bow before anybody or anything that is unethical or against your values. Who? Now, coming to my eighth principle, which is formed on the base of a mixture of the previous seven mantras, which is to be wanting to do everything that you can in your might. Let's take my example of today, okay? So it wasn't easy for me to be here given the situations that I was engulfed in. I had just 1.5 days to complete my final semester's last exam and then to catch a flight of about 22 hours to reach here in Australia to address this beautiful crowd here. Well, on one hand, I knew how hard it was to make it happen. On the other, I knew that I just had to do it. And I think that strong want in me led me to just plan it out this way and make it happen. And you know why I was able to do it? Because I was greedy. I was greedy in a nice way to do what I love and to get the feeling of having accomplished my dreams of one, completing my semester successfully, and two, of reaching out to you all and experiencing your love and warmth this way. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah. So, as I said, there is nothing wrong in being greedy to fulfill your wishes. As long as you're not harming anybody or cheating or hurting anyone around you, it's all good. Okay? So, just be greedy. Now comes my ninth principle, which often is looked upon with a frown because I totally believe that one does not have to live on somebody else's benchmarks. I strongly recommend everybody to create their own. You need to break the stereotypes that bind you, and if you're sure that you can excel at something and that pursuing it will only get marvels to you and your loved ones, do not flinch before taking them further. You might or for definitely hear people taunting or criticizing your actions, but if you know it is for your good, just do it. Just do not let any setbacks hold you behind. Instead, treat the words of pessimism as your pill to push you forward in your drive and just them with your work and success. Okay? Do not let anybody dictate terms to you, especially the ones who do not matter at all. Okay? And when you decide on who matters and who should not matter to you, be very wise in recognizing them. Okay? Now, my 10th and final principle to talk about today is owning your path. Do not compromise, settle, or regret for anything you've done in life. Because several years from now, when you'll be resting on your relaxing chair, trying to look back into time to see how your journey was, you should only be able to see the choices you made for yourself, the path you crafted for yourself, the turns you took, the rejections you faced, the silly things you did, the wise decisions you made, the sufferings you overcame, and the good deeds you did, the achievements you have, and the happiness you've spread among your loved ones. Everything should be yours, and everything should be something that you wouldn't regret forever. And for this to happen, what you're supposed to do? For this to happen, you need to take the right steps before you reach that relaxing chair now itself. From now itself, just course your actions, your plans very perfectly and have a very, very accomplished end of your journey. Yeah. True. Now, you will have to reflect on it to just make me feel accomplished of having spoken so much to a beautiful crowd here. And having said this, I'd like to sign off for today. And I really, really thank each of you for for having me here and giving me this opportunity, this kind of chance today that I will cherish forever in my life. Love you, Australia.